I have been longing always to teach about unemployment, and this time around I came up with a topic that I wanted us to discuss. And this time around I sat down and looked at different ways how we can solve this problem of unemployment. So this time around I would like you to walk with me in this journey. We're going to speak unemployment in depth, and I would like actually, if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please do that because I am always focused to carrying out research and make sure I bring content of value. This time round, I went a far milestone of transitioning the name from My Real Story to Truth Untold. And this is the podcast whereby you will find content of value where we are going to speak truth. We are going to go further depth to speaking about the truth in different angles, politics, economics, social aspects, and a globalization, different fields. So this time around, in case you're not yet subscribed, please help me and you subscribe and we walk this walk together. So I am MC Church Boy. I did this now. I'm making 2 years in this field of podcasting. So there is a topic I want us to discuss privately. In case you're new in this channel, please, I would also recommend you to go and start watching from our first video to where we have built at this point. So there's always a topic I wanted us to talk about. Last time I spoke about human resource management and employment. I got a lot of comments, and at least me, the method I always use is I follow back and we converse with DM. That is how I always do my things. I don't always ping the conversations on the comment section that I leave, make it longer and longer and longer. No, I follow you, reach you up, then we can type and can discuss and we can handle things solemnly and apparently. So today I have an interesting topic and it's called unemployment. What do you understand about employment? Unemployment is a process of one not being employed or not having a job. We understand unemployment in different ways, and authors have wrote unemployment in different ways. But unemployment depends on how you take it. When someone doesn't have a job that he earns a salary or a wage, he is unemployed. We should not say underemployment, because underemployment, someone is working, but the salary pay doesn't match his or her wallet. So this is what I want us to talk today about. I thank the Almighty God because today I'm feeling fruitfulness, joy in my life. Today when I was sitting down, I prayed to God and I was like, God, help me. And I draw up patterns that has kept people under unemployment for a long time. And these problems cut across in African countries and different sides in the up countries and places that we live. So in case, I would like you to get a pen and paper and you write this down. There are 7 patterns that I came up with that have kept people in the captivation, enslaved, and remorse in unemployment. And I would like us to handle one by one, even though it takes us 2 weeks to handle this edition. Please let us walk in it. But the only thing is, I want every person to understand unemployment. I want someone to be in position to remove him or herself into this word called unemployment and be employed. And in employment, I will make sure I work with you in your career when you're employed, teach you about financial management, financial mismanagement, and you shall also learn a lot economics, savings, developing habits of success. That is also a different series of its own. But today, I'm talking about unemployment, and there are 7 patterns that I came up with about unemployment. The first pattern is mindset. The second pattern is environment. The third pattern is political system. The fourth one is culture. The fifth one is religion. Sixth one is segregation. Then the ninth one is stability. The seventh one, I beg your pardon, is stability. 1 is mindset. 2, environment. 3, it is political system. 4 is culture. 5 is religion. 6 is segregation. 7 is stability. So all those 7 patterns have kept us under unemployment. And I would like to dive a little bit more deeper and speak about this because I still feeling it. I feel it burning me. something that people have always undergone. Because when you go to authors and check on books what people have wrote, people say always that you have statistical unemployment. This is the type of employment whereby someone is educated and doesn't get a job, hence driving someone to doing habits or engaging himself into wrongdoings that do what blah blah in the society. But this time round, I came up with new patterns that I typically have experienced, I've studied, I have carried research about it, and these are the patterns that have kept us under unemployment. One is mindset. Someone asked me what is mindset. I remember I had a class of mindset. And in case you haven't watched that video about mindset, please go and have a review of that video of mindset. Mindset is how we perceive the world or perceive different aspects in our surrounding. Mindset has played a role in unemployment in different ways. And I would like to be basic. I don't want again to go more into the educational part of it, but I want to go to a common man's way of understanding. So that by the time I'm speaking this, I want someone who's watching me who is ignorant about this, who has not gone in higher levels of education, is in position to understand this as I'm going to speak. Because whatever I speak, I believe I'm impacting lives and I'm actually changing people who are watching this video at the moment. So the first one is most people were domesticated in ways of perceiving white collar jobs as a job, but the rest as hard labor. We always have a mindset that we're domesticated in. We're always told back in the days that you have to study. When you study, you have to get a job, and when you get a job, you should have a degree, a bachelor's, a master's, PhD, diploma, certificate, anyway, and you believe that after me study, it is a must that I have to get a job. And that is the problem countries have always been facing. They always say that out of 600,000 people who graduate, 90,000 jobs are created. And when they create these 90,000, they believe that 90,000 jobs are created, then we have 90,000 people are going to work in these jobs. Then where will the rest be? The 510, where will they go? And we have a mindset that believe that if I studied engineering, I have to focus in engineering. And I believe anything besides that, I will be shaming my family. I will be shaming the people who have been paying tuition for me. I will be shaming the class I created or the network, my networking space that people have always been communicating with. How will they see me again going back to start farming? I'm an educated engineer, so I have to do an engineering job that it fetches for me money. But let us come into this. We ourselves we are primarily responsible for unemployment, regardless of government, regardless of what. But our mindset has primarily made us unemployed, because we believe that since day one when we went to school, they used to ask us that, what do you want to be in future? Someone said I wanted to be a lawyer, and they said, wow, that is good, brilliant. And they told you have to be educated, finish senior six or in A level. Then that is the Uganda's way system of education. In A level, make sure you do this combination. After doing that combination, go to a law school. Law school, passive 5 years and 1 year, you go and upgrade it. After, look for a law firm. In the law firm, start moving to courts. There are very many lawyers I know that have never even bought a car out of their own profession, but they can tell you, I have served for 4 years, or I've worked as a lawyer for 4 years, but I haven't bought a car. He's working under someone's farm. But is it not good? He's good. But what? Mindset. He's employed, but we say he's underpaid, or he's underemployed, or he gets the right money but mismanagement. And at times what he gets trauma, and he's like, what am I doing in the law firm? The only thing, let me go back and do other things, or let me go back and just sit home because I have studied, but I'm not seeing success or development out of this white collar job. Then he goes back and sits idle, is idle in the society, is the one that can speak good English, good articulations, But he himself, the mindset told him that if this job is not paying me, let me go back and sit. And who should we blame about that? Should we put it on a status quo that government as what as is primarily responsible for unemployment? Let's have that scenario because this lawyer was working, but the pay was less. Then he decided to evict himself out of the job. Then he came back home and sat. He's unemployed. Should we say government is responsible for that? No. It is mindset. And mindset has played a key role in all of us. It has made us backstab ourselves. We have always pierced our own eyes by our own selves. And unemployment, please, by this time I'm going to finish this podcast. I want people to start questioning their minds. They'll be like, my mind, please wake up. I am someone purposeful in this world. It is not that me being a doctor that I can't go and serve as a mansion, or I can't go and do anything else that will earn me money and will make me developed. Please, if you're employed and in case the opportunities that you feel like these opportunities, these gaps, you can fill them with other jobs and we can create spaces for people to be employed, please do it. Don't hesitate. Because you're creating impact to the world. You're creating impact to society. You're playing a big role. Let us look at the second one. The second one I came up with, our mindset is responsible for changing the algorithm of unemployment and adapt to new skills that engage us to be employed. Our mindset is responsible. And actually, when we have a growth mindset when it comes to this, when we accept to adapt or to learn new skills, because most people be like, if it is not education, I can't do anything else. I have a friend of mine. Now, let me give him an as an example. I have a friend of mine. He studied with me and we finished senior 6. Then after, he went and used the senior 4 paper to pursue another course. But his main aim, he wanted to be a lawyer, but he went for agriculture. This man has always been tormenting. He has finished the course, but he feels, no, what my parents' decision has actually made me lose, because the class of level of friends he had was up. Then again, he brought him back down to use this. Then after that, he just decided to remain home after finishing the course. He's like, agriculture is not marketable. But in Uganda, we say Uganda's backbone is agriculture. But he was like, no, I wanted to be a lawyer. So his mindset has kept him unemployed, not because he doesn't have the capacity of doing this, but he was diverted from the goal he wanted. Then he came back to doing agriculture. But in agriculture also, if he accepts to open his mind, he can be a millionaire. That tomorrow we can be like, this is one of the best farmers that supplies us with cotton or cocoa in different countries. It is a mindset that is keeping us unemployed people. Let's open our mindset. When we develop a growth mindset, we shall never be unemployed. We shall cut the rate. Let me give you an example. You saw Mussolini, Andre Benito Mussolini, one of the presidents, some people call him a dictator of Italy. One thing how this guy did in this time of era, because most people always focus on his bad side, but they don't focus on the good side. But let me speak about the good side of the Faksim party president. This man, what he did, he walked the talk. How did he walk the talk? When he was eradicating unemployment, he made sure he joined people in activities in public sectors. When it comes to building roads, he was there, part of them. Even he was handling a spade, scooping cement and putting in the wheelbarrow that we have to build the roads together. And that is what primarily made people love him, apart from the other things you know about him. Some of our leaders don't want to be participatory when it comes to eradicating unemployment. They only come during times of political seasons whereby I have to come and give you people answers. That people, unemployment this time, I'm going to make sure I am going to build my factory. And in my factory, I'm going to employ 500 people. 500 people, we shall have reduced the unemployment rate by a percentage of 6%. Are you seeing how it's going to employ? Now from the 6%, we are going to make sure we generate household income. This is what we call theoretical politics. But unemployment, please, we have to concoct strategies and we dig out people from that pit. Let us start pulling people outside that pit. You're earning 60 million, and in the 60 million, of the drone cycles to distribute, like, let me make sure I open up businesses that are going to help people get employed. Sometimes you keep it for yourself, that no, I had money to be there. But when you generate money into other systems that are going to multiply, other people also have to benefit. And when they benefit, they also have to make sure they develop habits of savings and they grow themselves. I believe all of us can be rich. There's a day I picture and I was like, if the whole world can be rich, where will other people be? Who will you call a poor person? But there will be poor people because of mindset, and there will be more richer people because of mindset, and there will be wealthier people because of mindset, and there will be also people in the middle class because of mindset. That is the reason why we have social classes mindset. I am focusing more on mindset. I haven't gone to environment. I haven't spoken about political systems. I haven't spoken about culture, religion, segregation, and stability as patterns of unemployment. Let us look at the third cause under mindset, and we keep on building this up. The third one, I said, we don't follow the opportunity we want. We want always it to follow us. I have a friend of mine, a girl. I'm not going to mention the name for purposes of security or purposes of keeping the friendship. She's graduated. She graduated of recent this very year. After her graduation, I told her, why don't you volunteer? You are very good in this field. Now, how will people know you? She was like, good things are always looked for. I was like, yes, good things are always looked for, but they are perishable. When you keep a Lamborghini for 30 years in store, it will depreciate because other competitors would have come in the market. She was like, no, let the opportunity look for me. That is why has kept us unemployed. We feel like things have to follow us, not us following the opportunities. Let me give you an example. You are educated. Let me first speak to the class of education, then I'll also come and speak to people who are not educated. There are people who are educated, and after them finishing their courses, they don't know sources of opportunities or where opportunities knock. They feel like connection can do this. But let me tell you, at times the connection we can build for ourselves, the network, at times can refuse to pass the right information or pass the information to us, because there are some ways be like, no, I have my cousin first before me bringing this first, so let my cousin take over the job, then I will look how I will to bring them closer. But you have the strong network. Some of you don't read newspapers. Some of you don't watch news. Some of you don't listen to radios. Some of you don't read magazines. Some of you don't take time to read these adverts being pinned on streets, being pinned on poles. Your work is you just walk. You might have you leave relevant information that can get you to be employed. You might find gates of offices saying we want an educated secretary. But for you always sit at home. That's why I've always been watching one of Uganda's top journalists. He has taken a test of time. Frank Gajumba once said, luck will never come for you at home. Even though they say luck passes into a deep, small path in glass, but luck will never get you at home. Stand up, wake up early in the morning, organize yourself, move to the city. When you're moving to the city, be keen, read notice boards, read advertisements, look for opportunities in different ways and angles. You will win. But for us, we have always a fixed mindset, and we feel like an opportunity has to follow me. I am one of the top, or I'm one of the best marketeers ever Uganda will ever have. But I did my internship in this place. These people liked me, and now waiting for them to look for me. I should not go and look for them. That is what has kept us unemployed. Because tell me, there's someone who was not compatible or capable or experienced how you are as a best talent, but he approached the opportunity. Didn't wait for the opportunity to approach him. He approached the opportunity. When he approached the opportunity, he got the job. And when he got the job, he is now getting experience. He has gained experience. He's now the best. When you be like, that guy cannot outcompete me, the time you go and you want to go with him, please, this man will take you on 100-meter race and you will be in his back and you'll be like, no. Why? You took back yourself and place yourself in a comfort zone. That let it look for me. Please, at times you have to volunteer in other activities. When I was having a coach with one of my mentors, he told me that at times follow the opportunity, volunteer, regardless whether they're not going to pay or they're going to pay you, but focus, target, be like the audience is going to know me, these people are going to know me, and let me do my best. The time an opportunity comes, you go in. Whether it comes outside, you go there because you're volunteering here. Go there, hit it, and you see whether you're going to remain the same. Unemployment, it's about mindset. Our mindset has kept us in ways of perceiving like opportunities have to follow us, not us following opportunities. And I would like us to be discussing more and more and more. Please make sure you utilize the comment section and make sure you be writing things. Keep on typing. Let us have deep conversation about this. Let us go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and solve this. I know someone might say that for me, I followed opportunities, but I was rejected. I was this and this. That is a series of another time. But we can engage that talk. We can engage in such talks and we can build this up. Mindset is still deep, and I'm still giving you relevance or more details in mindset. Let's go to the next one. I work for a certain amount, not this amount. That is also one of the part of my primarily mindset thing that has kept us down. Most people believe that me, I am worth this pay. When you come anything below this, please, I don't go for that. At least look for someone else. Then that drives you to not being employed. You'll be like, he has not met my standards. Yes, I love building standards. Please, I love building standards. I also love hiking my prices. And I'll be saying that for me, I go for this price. And in case you cannot leave, but it has kept me unemployed, I have felt the pain for a long time. If it is like that, I've felt the pain for a long time. I've always also said, for me, I'm selling this at a certain price, so I have my own clients or my customers. Then at the end of it, I don't sell anything. I remain like that. What gives me trauma, believe is like I'm in Uganda or in Africa, I believe that witchcraft is also associated with that. Then at the end of it, I quit. Why? Price. I set up a standard for myself. When people approach me, I'd be like, yes, I have to maintain the standard. And there are a lot of books that have always said that 6 standards. But when you are fighting unemployment, it has removed the ego of standards. The thing is, we want you employed. We want you to start utilizing yourself. We want to see you moving out. This is a problem Africa is facing up to now. Why? We create standards for ourselves that even us ourselves we can't manage. Set standards for ourselves. When opportunities come, you'll be like, the price is 600,000. Me, I am worth 4 million. Be like, I can't go for that work. I can't go. And you end up unemployed. What? Mindset, a standard you set, it doesn't move. It doesn't put you with the boss. You can't come into agreement or negotiation because what? An overlay. Actually, you're too high for them. They'll be like, it's too high. We can't afford him. That's why you find most businesses feel like they have a mindset that if you're overeducated, they can't have you. Why? Your price pay is high. But it is you to tell them, me, I work for any amount. And there's a certain amount I also stand. That's why you should have negotiations. Tell them, no. That is not good. Let us negotiate about this. It is not about that my price is too high, but it's about negotiation. At the end of it, should be a win-win situation for all of us. And you'll be employed, you will leave the level of unemployment in this time. So let us go to the next one. The next one is illiteracy, the ability to read and write. And that is a problem we have in Africa. Social works have always given us surveys about this. The reason why very many people are unemployed is because of illiteracy, the inability to read and write. Someone can't read, someone can't write, and jobs are available. So someone believes that since I cannot read and write, I can't go for this job. The mindset, he has a fixed mindset that there are jobs I don't have to go and do. Why? Because I can't read and write. But he's a very good person. There's one of my friends. He told me that they had a lecturer who doesn't know how to read and doesn't know how to write. But this guy is a good mechanic. The institution picked him because he has solved very many mechanical issues that they have always been recommending. What the lecturers even failed, they have studied it theoretically, but this guy, he tells you and he knows the names of all these things. But when it comes to writing and reading them in particular, he doesn't know. Even when he goes and buys the spares, he knows it by what? By appearance, not by name. And he knows it by name, but he can't write. Even reading the instructions, the usage, he cannot. But he is the best. And for him, when the waiter approached him, he said, "Please, I cannot teach. If you want me to teach you, come I tell you this practical." I'd be like, "This is a pen and you use it for writing. Not me coming to write for you a blackboard. I cannot." So the institution had a debate with him. They had a debate with him. They wanted him a lot. And they saw him as a resourceful person that would help the institution shoot and also solve problems amicably. And they wanted to utilize his knowledge. What they did, they had to employ another counterpart to be helping him write and read for him, help him prepare notes for the students. And right now, as I can say, is one of the best lecturers we have ever had in Teso region. Why? Right now, the notes he has is what he used to do. He used to just to speak. He used to speak and be like, "Write for me this." He be like, when I was opening up this engine, there's a time I found there is some black spot. What, blah, 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 blah. The counterpart's work was to journal things down, jot them down in paper. And he learned. Right now he's the best. When you come and stand with him, he is the best. He can tell you everything with his head. But when it comes to reading and writing, no. But our mindset believes that since we are not in position to read and write, please, there are other jobs that are not made for us. Or we can't even hold conversations with people or with high people in a high level, in higher levels of education. People who sit in dockets or cabinet ministers. We can't talk to them. Why? Mindset. And this has primarily caused us to be unemployed. We'll be like, those jobs are people who have gone to school. These jobs are not for people who have not gone to school. And they'll be like, now digging graveyards is for people who have not gone to school. But even you who has gone to school, you can dig. It is just mindset that has made you not in position to do that. I've always been longing to speak this, to at least educate people, have a master class in unemployment. And I believe, God, that after this, let it impact 1,000 people. Let people change. Let their mindsets be unlocked and let them see the world differently. Oh God. So let us go look at another one, please. We have a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. We are still on mindset, please. Fixed mindset is when we enclose our mind and we don't want to be open. We be like, me, I don't sell, or I'm not a receptionist. My work is I have specialized. You have a fixed mindset. That's why I remember one of my head teachers used to tell us you need counseling. People with fixed mindsets, they need counseling. Develop a growth mindset. I spoke about mindsets in one of my podcasts. Please go and watch it because I don't want to get to dive more in mindset because I'm speaking mindset in relation to unemployment. So fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A growth mindset is an open mind that it accepts to move, grow, adapt, learn, read, do a lot of things. Are you getting that? So we shall also have a class on mindset again. I will speak mindset again. I will have to draw time to speak about mindset alone. So the next one is we have a mindset. I spoke it again earlier on. of, for me, I do smart work, I don't do smart work. There's also that mindset, and it has kept us unemployed. Right now, we can also see that for me, if it's not a job with a suit, I can't do that. It has kept us unemployed, and we are not going to blame the government. Government even can pick you from the streets and be like, I want you to give a job, I want you to just be a receptionist. Your work is just to direct people where my office is. Then you'll be like, no, this job is for smart people. For me, I pick bottles. I pick bottles in the street. That is my job. Mindset. Opportunity has come. Your mindset has told you at the end of it, you're the one who carries a tire. You're burning in the streets. We should change the government. We should change the government. Change. We want to change it. But mindset. I believe when you correct the mindset, you shall have other systems or patterns or algorithms that shall overcome, and you shall be understandable, and you shall also be in position to know and speak with authority. Your mindset is fixed, but you have authority to speak. When you have a one-on-one talk, besides camera, besides your group, and you sit you down and interrogate or have a question and answer. Question you answer, you also question me, I answer. You challenged. Why? Fixed mindset. You move according to people's perspective that this is what should be there. You don't have any knowledge regardless to that, but you also be like, yes, that is true. It should be there, but you don't have answers to support it. So please, let us perceive this world in a different way. Mindset has always kept us down. I remember one of our politicians that contested in Soroti City East, Rodney Akongel Mukula, developed something, and he said operation mindset change. The ability to us changing the mindset and perceiving things in a different angle, like changing from this to that. What we have been always thinking that this is how it's supposed to be done, we change it to another way, and we shall grow in it. And society is responsible for that. Community culture is responsible for that. So let's go to another one. Another one is prolonged trauma and self-abandonment also leads to unemployment. Prolonged trauma is associated to mindset, the mind, trauma, the mind. Let me give you an example. One of my friends, I'm not going to mention his name, is one of my deepest friends. This guy dropped out from school. When he dropped out from school, the family abandoned him. After abandoning him, and they focused on the other siblings to make sure enable them continue with their studies and continue. This man stopped. If you're not abandoning yourself to a point that he's useless to the world, the only thing is waiting to die. The story is too touchy, but I have to deliver it. What he used to do, he associated himself to alcoholism. Now he has started engaging himself in wrong peers, doing other things that I'm not going to mention the names, please. I'm not going to mention the name because I know you want me to mention the names of those things. I'm not going to mention the names, but all these things, self-abandoning himself, this man had a brighter future if he had accepted to know opportunities that came after him dropping out of school. But he has trauma. He feels like he can't do any job, that any job he tries doing, he feels like he's wasting time. The world doesn't love him. When he does a job, then he has a quarrel with the boss. He just definitely leaves. Doesn't care. He feels like, I can't have an argument with the boss. The boss has late to give me my salary, this and this. The world if he doesn't feel it again, he has abandoned himself. His mind has made him live like that. And I'm planning, God helps me, I should get for him a psychologist, a therapist, at least to have a one-on-one engagement with him. I have to work with him in that journey of his to make sure I reshape his mind, bring him back to livelihood, because right now I don't have the capacity of doing that because I'm not financially stable. But I want to make sure I be part of his, I want to be part of his journey, that is going to be someone productive in this world. And I want to help him get out of unemployment, but what I have to do systems to make sure I reach the goal that I want it to go through. That is what I'm going to do. So the next one, lack of a vision. You see, our mindsets are responsible for drawing visuals that enable us run businesses, run this. And all of us, we have had a problem of where we operate businesses, but the businesses we operate always fall and we end up being unemployed. Why? The mindset, our mindset is primarily responsible for that. I have a lot of things I wanted to speak there. Other things I wanted to relate there very fast, but it's a series of another day. So I have another class. Let me wind it up. Let me go to this. I believe we should stop here in the next 3 minutes or 5 minutes. We have woman is zero. I repeat again, womanism. The reason why very many women are unemployed is because of that paradox and syndrome. Women always believe they are born to be servants or slaves of men. That is why you find we have woman empowerment, girl child empowerment, feminism, blah, 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 blah. Woman feels when I'm growing up, all parents believe that when I'm domesticating a child, I should teach a girl child how to lay the bed, cook food, clean the compound, manage home duties, manage the money at home, know how to receive a husband, have a conversation with a man, do all that. And after, a man has to come and pay bride price and takes her after going to a man's home. You don't do any job. Your only job you do house chores. You become a housewife. And women have faced this problem a lot. They are not participants in the job markets. They are the majority that are unemployed and they call themselves single mothers. They have tried joining themselves in circles to empower themselves, but their circles die. They are the highest people that always go for loans. They always have quarrels with other people. Why? How they were domesticated, how they perceive the world. They feel like they're slaves, like they're servants. They are not designed for any job, to work in any job field. Very many girls have always gone to schools, finish university, finish different levels of education, and after, when they come, they always do what is this? They always end up serving my man or someone who's not educated but he has money. You're educated, and for you don't have a job, you believe that I have to lay the bed, I have to carry children, I have to go for water, I have to clean the house, I have to clean the utensils, cook, and take care of the home. That is how women have always kept. That mindset has kept women not actually it is one of the primary responsibility that I don't even know how to bring it out. Unemployment has entered into this and he has placed huge padlocks into the girl child a lot. When women participate in businesses, there are other people that are so emotionally, when they can't even transact sales, because they will show you that they are not mindful about sales. They mind about gossiping when it comes to business mindset, and end up chasing them. They have ego and they have fear of doing business or starting up business. There are people who are not, they are skeptical to competition. When someone comes and wants to compete with them, they run out and they believe that my man can take care of my responsibilities. All my desires should be taken by a man. And he has kept many women unemployed. We should always have talks with girl childs, and this goes to parents. In case you're a parent and you have a girl, please help me and start teaching a girl how to work, how to make sales, converse with other people, negotiate when it comes to selling, give them that esteem. There's a book I want to recommend people to read, Surrounded by Narcissists, Surrounded by Idiots. Go and read that book if you're a girl child. Surrounded by Narcissists, Surrounded by Idiots. Please go and read that book. And that book is going to impact you a lot if you're a girl child. If you're a parent, buy that book, Read, read, and start bringing up a child in the right way. There are very many books that help a girl child. The reason why people are unemployed in different sectors in different ways, or they have employed you, you have attitude. There is how you behave. Your mindset is responsible for that, and it has happened a lot in the girl industry. Please, the girl child gender. Mm-mm. It has touched me a lot to speak about this. Girls have to wake up from the dream of being servants to being bosses, dominating fields, dominating presidential positions, cabinet positions, dominating the world. Women can dominate the world and they can stand the world. I mean, once said that if a woman can manage a home, so they can manage the hotels, and he declared and made sure that let women be managers. Women will you always have that mindset, that mentality that a man has to paint my nails, buy me earrings, give me transport money, buy me clothing. You will be used. And whenever I say that is a silent prostitution, women always come and say, "What? What? A man's money is sweet. What? A woman's money is a woman's money. A man's money is our money." That is always the stance you've stood in, and you're unemployed. My brother once told me when he earns 3 million and a woman earns less than what, a million, he can't stay with you. Or you're earning 150, I'm earning 2.5 million. What will make us stay together? If us convince me, at this point, convince me. What will make us stay together? What? Your money, even the government can't tax your money. It can't tax your money. And now for me, and you believe that you have a husband, for me, my husband has made it. So even me, I'm supposed to make it. I will produce for him kids, and our kids are going to go to powerful schools. Apostle Joshua Solomon once said, a class 10 man can't go for a class 1 woman. You're deceiving yourself. A class 10 man will go for a class 7, 8, 9 woman. So a class 9 woman goes for a class 1 man. He will make sure he meander there and plays that man's mind, and they will not last long in the relationship. Women wake up from the dream. I feel like I should stop here when it comes to mindset, and I believe I'm going to come back next time, and I'm going to